you get a jump on the hot seat. So you get the question about how spring's going to this point to start off. Just talk about, where the team's at right now.
First off, this is a hot seat. Who is just sitting in here?
Zoe.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Spring is going great. Competition on both sides of the ball. There's no one practice where a side just completely dominates from beginning to end, which is the sign of a well-rounded, competitive team. And I've been really pleased, just with both sides. But offensively speaking, we've been able to maintain pretty solid health. There's a lot of execution. Obviously there's holes and voids that we need to fill, and there's some young guys who have been stepping up and filling those holes. And so it's been really good to see. Guys are having fun, a lot of energy out there, and that's really what you want around this time of year.
I wanted to ask big picture, ask Zoe this, and I want to get your thought as a coach as well. It's been a year, crazy year, probably the most insane year any of us could have pictured. So when you reflect, what do you think about?
Just how lucky and, we were to be able to have a season, to be able to be on a national scale when so many teams this side of the country weren't playing. We were kind of that beacon of light for football, and kept hope out there that you can still have a season and provide, these boys what they all are, want to do, which is play football and provide fans who want to see. It was really fun, really blessed and grateful. It's one of those memories, those seasons that you'll never forget, not just because of the success and the turnout, but those circumstances, that we were playing under, and just the way it was all able to turn out. So we'll forever be grateful for that, and still riding on a high from that.
Go ahead, Mitch.
Yeah, Fesi, you guys recently just got some commitments out of the transfer portal. I don't know if you can speak officially yet. I don't think you guys have announced, but when do you expect any sort of official announcement? Yeah, well, until things, Kalani mentioned it the other day, recruitment, we're always going to be recruiting, and it's obviously clear that there's mutual interest out there, but yeah, until things are official, we can't really speak too in too much depth on that. So it's kind of the same message. Like, we're recruiting guys, we can confirm recruitment and interest, but until certain papers are signed and things are official, we can't really talk too much about it. Understood. Wanted to follow up, but how's the chemistry been on the offensive staff with you and Coach A-Rod being elevated into heightened roles? How do you feel this has gone with your new role and Coach A-Rod now leading the offense? It's been awesome. I feel it's been a seamless transition. It's cool. We got even though we lost a lot of experience, the guys still know this offense very, very well collectively. And so it's allowed us as coaches to really focus on the nuances of each, play that, instead of creating new plays, we've been able to find creative ways to dress up, what we're already good at, what we've proven to be good at, find different ways to cause mismatches, highlight certain personnel. That's kind of the next jump, we feel we need to take. And I think that it's been really cohesive amongst all of us on the offensive staff, and the players are latching onto it. And I like where we're at right now.
Go ahead, Jake and Jared.
Yeah, Fesi, when we talked to Isaac last week, he mentioned two names of wide receivers that were standing out to him, and Hobbs Nyberg and Cade Moore. If I'm not mistaken, both of them are walk-ons. Can you speak a little bit to what they're doing that apparently impressed Isaac and what your thoughts are on them?
Yeah, I think the first thing when people comment and say names of guys who are sticking out, the thing that sticks out is plays that are made. And some guys get more opportunities than others, but those guys have been making plays. When the ball comes their way, so they're taking advantage of those opportunities. And though they might not be getting as much reps as many reps as some of the guys in front of them, when they're on the field, they're taking advantage. And I think that's why they're sticking out to some of these guys. But they're both, you have so much respect for, everyone on our team, but these guys who are paying their own way and who just, love. They're just proof that they love football, and that their motive is because they enjoy playing football, and they're not driven by the scholarship. And I think most of the guys on our team are great with that stuff. But the reality is when you're a walk-on, your back's against the wall and you're just clawing. And those two are perfect examples. And I'll add in Talmadge Gunther in that as well, of guys who are just consistently showing up every day, and they bring the same attitude, the same energy, and they just go out and have fun and make plays. And I think a lot of that's resonating with a lot of the guys on the team.
You obviously now have that passing game coordinator title. I wanted to get your read on the 4 quarterbacks who are dueling to replace Zach.
Yeah, really good competition. I mean, Coach Rod's distributing those reps, as evenly as he can. You obviously got true freshman and Jacob, who's this is his first time he's really played football in this offense. He was able to play scout team last year, but he's doing a great job. Baylor and Jaron are two most experienced, proven guys. I feel are just constantly getting better every day, shaking. Everyone's got a little bit of rust, including quarterbacks. And then Soljay's done a great job as well, and just the reps he's getting. It's been a really fun competition to watch play out. I'm excited to see just kind of as the last 2 weeks unfold, who continues to succeed and emerge. And I know Coach Rod will do a great job managing that room.
Fesi, I wanted to ask about how making determinations, and as passing game coordinator, this kind of extends probably to the quarterback spot as well as, as far as your receivers and everything. Kalani has said he wants the players to make it hard, and that's what they're doing, which he likes. When it comes down to splitting those hairs, how much do you look at analytics? How much of it is experience? How much, how do those decisions get made when you have to make the tough calls?
Sorry, can you kind of expound on that? I just want to make sure I answer this right.
I'm just wondering what you look at when you're trying to decide who's going to get reps on the field. Wide receivers, you get a few more guys than a quarterback, but still trying to. What do you look at to make those decisions about who's going to be getting reps when game time rolls around?
Yeah, I got you. Okay, there's a couple things. The first one is the reality. This is a production-oriented business. If you can produce when you're on the field and you can prove that you know where to align, you know what your assignment is, and you can execute it, and you can do that on a consistent basis, that more than anything is what's going to, help us make that final decision. Well, then you factor in the physical skill set that these guys have, the ability, what do they have that maybe the next guy in line, doesn't have as much of, whether that be size, speed, strength, the intellect, their ability to understand spatial awareness. I mean, there's a lot of different things, by position. And so I think, to me, that's kind of the order is just first, do these guys produce on a consistent basis? Second, what do they bring to the table that maybe someone else doesn't bring as much of? And then it's up to us as coaches to kind of insert those guys into, those slots on the offense where, we can capitalize on whatever that is.
All right, let's finish up with Jay and Mitch.
Yeah, Fesi, you touched on Soljay a little bit there. I just wondered, how's he coming along as far as the non-football elements of being a freshman at BYU?
Great. He's one of the most liked guys on our team. He has a great personality, and I think that's something that just, no matter who you are, what position you play, it keeps you going. It keeps you coming out fresh with purpose to practice. You don't get caught up in the rut of things. And I think that's kind of where he fits. He's very comfortable here. And that transitions into the football. I know you didn't ask about that specifically, but I just think it's a clear sign. It's the way the guys, respond to him and are around him is he's in a really good place. And so he's been a great asset to our team.
Yeah, Fesi, what decision, if any, will you have, or involvement will you have in the final decision for quarterback, whenever that may be? What involvement will you have with Roderick when it comes to that decision?
I don't know. It completely falls on him, but one thing he's always been great at since he's been here is including everyone and allowing us to voice our opinions and the reasons why. But he gets that ultimate call, and he's done as he's done with a lot of things. He's just been able to ask me a question and pick my brain. And it's just one of the humbling things about being here. I think these coaches, all of them are so inclusive and genuine and trying to get feedback. And I think that's one of the reasons in the end why we're able to make what we think are the right decisions, because we're factoring in a lot more than just our own. So I don't know, how he's going to use me, but I wouldn't be surprised if he asks me and every other offensive coach what our opinion is. And I know it will be duly noted by him.
Last thing for me, do you guys have like a slogan or kind of thing that's a motivational thing for this season? I know in the past there's been like iron sharpens iron or things along those lines. Do you have anything as a team that you guys have chosen for the 2021 season?
Not yet. Right now in spring, it's kind of just we're trying to get a lot of questions answered and have fun and bring energy, but maybe going into the fall, A-Rod might have something, or we might discuss it as no staff, but kind of like the RVO last year that Jeff Grimes implemented that I know he took to Baylor now. We don't have anything like that, but we might in the fall.